This episode, the final book, really made me understand that the type of development that these characters get over time can showcase the bond a lot more closely. Granted, it's mostly on me for not remembering a lot from this show during my first binge watch, but at the end of the day, I only watched this show back then for entertainment. I did review a few episodes, but at the same time, I wasn't taking this show seriously back then. But now that I'm taking this show seriously for a schedule that is dedicated to this along with two other Cartoon Network shows, this episode really improved over time when it came to the later episodes centering around Kelsey and Stax. The premise is that after Kelsey read all the books of a franchise that she really enjoys, she's looking for the final book, which is the title of the episode. But unfortunately, the last one was checked out, and after gaining information from Stax, Kelsey and her friends go on a journey to find the book and the person who stole it. Their goal is to find the red backpack that the book is inside, but unfortunately, it's neither of the red backpacks that they came across. That isn't until later in the night, Craig, after having ice cream with his family, Bernard stated that the book that Craig was reading has implied that the character in the book is the main reason that all this is happening. Mainly, the first person you see is the person who stole that object, or being the bad friend, but in this case, it was Stax who stole the book. This episode is also the introduction of the Horse Girls and Ninja Kids, even though I did skip 2 episodes, one of which I reviewed but the other I didn't, so those characters might appear in one of those episodes, but at the same time, it's mainly the whole scenario of a character being the first you see and tricking you so that they can avoid trouble. In all honesty, I've watched this episode a few times, and it's mainly the development of Kelsey and Stax. I did talk about the Season 4 Fire and Ice as part of LGBT Month 4 years ago, but considering that this is an introduction of Stax and the relationship that Kelsey has with her, it would have been out of character for Stax to be a ruthless character, since that she has a passion in books in the same ways as Kelsey's passion in books. In all honesty, the fact that we're going to get a secret book club involving these characters later on, it really gave me the impression that this was mostly an excuse to showcase a new character in these episodes, because in these episodes, especially from the first one, we get an introduction of the Creek characters, and with this being Stax, I really got the impression that they clearly know how to introduce characters in a unique way. Either way, whenever I rewatch these episodes and my memory comes back, which would imply to OKKO and We Bare Bears, well, mostly OKKO, I really got the impression that this show actually knew how to handle the Creek. Granted, the characters were searching for a backpack in the creek, and they did interact with other characters, but not mainly what they do. And truthfully, Stax, despite being a creek person, doesn't really spend time in the creek, at least in my knowledge from this episode alone. But it made me understand that she's the type of character that Kelsey would be with, considering that she enjoys books, and truthfully, if there was a library in the creek, it would be difficult to keep them fresh and not completely wet when it comes to rain and whatnot. I did discuss the Horse Girls in my J-Pony review last year's February, so when it comes to the Ninja Kids, honestly, the knowledge that I have is that I don't think that they have an episode centering around them, at least for my knowledge, so this is pretty much one of the brief appearances that we're ever going to see them. Like I said, there is a long list of episodes that I have to watch in order to understand, especially episodes that I've taken out in favor of big episodes like this, so it's honestly possible that there is an episode centering around them, but at the same time, I have to skip on it for the sake of giving attention towards other episodes. So when it comes to Kelsey's character in this, since that she is so desperate when it comes to books and the fantasies that she's into, aside from sci-fi, which is up until towards the end where she's into sci-fi, truthfully, with her binging in books and whatnot, it really made me understand that her appeal towards Stacks has improved as the series progressed. Because truthfully, if Stacks wasn't the one who stole the book, then I'm pretty sure that Kelsey wouldn't be able to have a girlfriend in the future. If this show's later seasons didn't get cut, then we would have had a sequel episode from Fire and Ice to showcase more development between Stacks and Kelsey. Granted, there is that Kelsey episode as part of the final episodes that were worth saving for, but at the same time, we would also want to see another Stacks and Kelsey episode. Granted, I'm not going to review that episode up until the very end of this ×3 marathon, but at least you understand that I'm gonna be reviewing that episode before, just when Summerpalooza 6 ends along with the final episode. So for Kelsey's first episode, it's a really good episode, especially with the introduction of Stacks. And I am going to review Secret Book Club next month, somewhere in July. It is going to be part of the lineup of my reviews of Craig of the Creek, don't worry. I always make a schedule when it comes to these types of schedules, especially including OKKO and We Bear Bears. This Palooza is unlike any other, but then again, you've already know that. I'm giving this episode a 7.5 out of 10.